I'm gonna begin my topic for today. So in the last class, I just studied about few things that were the basic debugging features. Some were placing placing breakpoints. Then secondly, control a program execution during debugging. Then the use of step into hyperlink. Run to line. Then breakpoint breakpoints view in details and deactivating breakpoints. Evaluating expression. Inspect, execute, and watch. Then so show logic structures. Then we had changing of variable values. So these were the basic features, we can say. Basic debugging features. Now I want to start some advanced features. Advanced features of so now first feature which I come is use of display view. Debug person details dot java. So if we see this program, if we see the line number 7, we have a data util class get person data dot get 0 dot get age. So if what if we have a view on get person data, now this this opens a data util dot java class and it returns a list of persons. And if I go back to this program, we are having a list of person details. We are having the list of excuse me. We have list of details and age. So when we see debug person details.java in the line number 7, which is giving us get person data is invoked, and when we open that, the personal data is opened, and it returns a list of values. So when we open this, it returns a list of person value. So if we don't go in detail, we will see basically the logics. It returns a list of persons object from get personal data. So up to this seventh line, we are getting that I should not break point. So so the thing is the list of person. Then uh, if we want, there is a display view. So if we talk about this line and we place a breakpoint at this point of time. Now, now let's debug this. So now we get the breakpoints here, and if we come to the variable up to this, we can see the first person age, that is 40. So, for example, if I want to know how many person, the first person age we can see, and if we want to know how many person details have been returned. So for that we will use display view. So if you want to open the display view, we will come on Windows, that show view, and we will choose display. Then we will have to give the method here. We have to data util data util dot get person data get person data dot size, and after pressing uh, it should run here. So now I have just written a code display data util dot get person data dot size. So I will just select the code and I will start the display result of evaluating the selected text. So we will know how many objects are being returned. So they're showing 8, 8 has been returned. Then what if we want to know age? And what if we want to clear the console and dot get first dot get age, and if we select this code and we turn on the display, let's see what value we get. We are getting 20. Age is 20. So what is the conclusion in that? We can write any code without using the existing code. We can write any code here, and we can know any value as per the convenience of the code. So this is how the display view is used, and this is how we can find the different uh, values of different variable and different structures. So now after this display view, I will be moving now towards the use of detail formatter. So now second would be formatter, controlling the display of the variables. So now we will see you what is the use of detail formatter and how we can control the display of the variables. So now I want to discuss about use of detail formatter controlling the display of variables. So I have just opened this program, and this program name is person details illustration.java. Now in this program, in line number 10, we have a list of persons, and there is a simple for loop which is used for the and let's debug this. And first of all, let's apply a breakpoint at line number 13, and we will just debug this. So now, so now, the code is right now the code is successfully stopped at the breakpoint, and in the variable column we can successfully see what is the values of args, person list, and person uh, id equal to 28. So what if we stretch it a little bit and we go get into more detail and we select person? So there is a specific code which is displayed by the Eclipse. By default, eh, the Eclipse has this value for this particular person id equal to 28. So if we go to this person list, we will get the detail of person list which is having id 28, 35, 36, and all. So these are details we get when we click that. Now basically does this feature means? If we talk about detail formatter, it is a kind of user friendly tool which will let us know about the details of things in this particular program. And what if we select this one? Everyone has a unique ID, and we for in order to enable this detail formatter, we just have to click right click. Just have to click right click, and we have to select new detail formatter. And if we select that, it is asking the detail formatter code basically. So here we just have to give that specific code for which we have to know the details from the formatter. So let's see an example. I will go to the person class. I will just break this program, and now now here we have person class. We open the person class. Now we have three things in this person class. First is the string name, that is second is the integer age, and third is the string country. Now in this we have three things. So we will just try to find, with the help of detail formatter, we will try to find the details of this. So for that we have to run this program again. As we know, the breakpoint is already applied on line number 13. So I will just click on right click debug as Java application. Then then basically we have to select the object for which we have to debug, for which we have to know the detail from the detail formatter. So I will just I'll right click on P and new detail formatter. So here I have to mention the particular code. Name this dot name. So now age is there. This dot age. So country. This dot country. And so let's see if we get the output here. I will just check if I have not done any mistake. This dot name plus age plus this dot age. Country. This dot country. Return description. So now we click OK. So right now we are just getting the value for Steve, aged as 40, country US. If we go to this person list and if we click some details in this person list which are being displayed to us, we will get the things here. Martin, age 50, country Germany. Here, name is null, age is 40, and this is England. So now, so now there are two options for us also extra available in case we want to remove this, in case we want to edit this. There are two things. So if I edit this and I enable this, so I will get that code again, which was being this that unique code, which is predefined by Eclipse, we can say, or it is predefined made by Eclipse. So this is how it will work, and this is the use of detail formatter. So what if we want to enable this edit enable? So we can have these details again back. So this is how basically the use of detail formatter works. So now I'm gonna begin. Now I'm gonna begin further to the conditional breakpoint. Conditional breakpoint and hit point. So now I'm gonna begin further. So my third topic will be conditional conditional breakpoint and hit point. So basically, as we have seen, breakpoint is very important for us. And so if we talk about breakpoint, it is we already know that it is very important in our debugging purpose. So there is a new term that arises to us, that is a conditional breakpoint. So why we use conditional breakpoint is if we give a specific condition, if we apply a breakpoint to a specific point and we give a specific condition in order to which it will just provide the output as per our condition. So that would be known as conditional breakpoint. Now, basically, if we talk about a sample program, let's go in debug person details illustration. So we are having this program. In this, we have list of persons and data util dot get person data method is called. And there is a for loop as we know that. And let's apply a breakpoint at 30 and let's run it. Let's debug it. So what we can say is the debug point is hit, and when we come to this variable, the value of these things are being displayed. So what if I want to debug a specific collection or a specific terms in our code. For example, a person like for example, we had three things here. If we talk when I go to this person class, we have three things. A person, we can say, having common age or common country. We can apply this condition. Like if I want to find if the person is the person from our same country, so for that we can apply conditional breakpoint. So let's see an example. We will go to the breakpoint and right click. We will right click the breakpoint, and we will, I guess, we will go to the breakpoint properties, and here we get the two things. So as I told, right now I'm just doing conditional breakpoint and hit point. So conditional breakpoint is, for that I have to provide a specific code. For that I have to provide a specific code, and in that I have to provide a specific condition. P dot country not equal to null, and P dot get country dot equals equals. In this I will just give a condition. In this I will just give a condition US. Just a second. Yeah. So I will have given the condition here, and here I will just give the return type, return true, else return false. So if p dot get country is not equal to null and p dot get country equal to US, return true or else return false. Let's press OK. So let's stop this and let's run it again. So right now the project is to be printed. Right now the uh, right now the breakpoint is not getting hit, I guess. And if I go to this, yeah, so it is basically showing the it just got hit. Uh, so it is showing the name of the person whose name is Steve, age is 40 and country is US. And if I resume this program, the breakpoint at the if I resume this program, the breakpoint will be hit on that particular specific condition only. It at that point of time only the breakpoint only hit if any condition matches the same condition which for which we have given. Like for example, if anyone who is from US again, that details will only be displayed as per the condition. So if there is nothing like that, then that program will be terminated. So now let's come to this variables and debug this again. And let's come to this person data and let's see the remaining object. US is null, Germany, England. So there is only a one person who is having that same details who is from US. So this is how the conditional breakpoint works. Now, if I talk about hit point, I will again go back to the breakpoint properties and let's disable the conditional breakpoint and let's enable the hit count. So we have to give us what is hit count is basically, for example, if we have a list of students who are from US and we have given a conditional statement that we just want to display a list of students those who are from US and we want a specific people in that, like for example we have a list of 10 students, those uh, are from US and we want the first three for first four or first five people. For that purpose we use hit count and if I have given 6 as an example. So this is how this this will only run as per the condition. Now if we see this, we have 8 objects here. Let's debug it and see. I'll just run it again, debug it again. So we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, there is a little confusion I'm having a hit count basically. I guess hit count is not that what I told. I will correct my words. Hit count is basically if, for example, we have a details of person list that is the 8 persons, and if I have run this program 1 2 3 2 3 4 5, so I have given hit count as 6, so it is running till 5. So I guess it will run all the iterations, or maybe we can say it will run all the details from that a particular class for which it is having the data till the hit count is there. For example, if I have given 6, so it will run 5. Uh, 5. We can say it might run 5 conditions. And separate, please uh, let me know if I am wrong. I will try to correct this hit point concept. Apart from that, conditional breakpoint is cleared, and now I will just move forward towards the exception breakpoint. So now exception breakpoint. Exception breakpoint and method breakpoint. So I will move forward to this. So basically now we have exception breakpoint and method breakpoint. So if I talk about exception breakpoint, it is simply in simple words we can say we can if there is an exception found at some point of time in a particular program, we can ask Eclipse to stop that breakpoint. We can apply that breakpoint on that exception, and that Eclipse will stop at that point of time. So, let's see an example. First, I will terminate this program, and I will go to. First of all, I will just try to clear this breakpoints so that I don't have any confusions. I will go to my program and I will close this, and I will go to this debug calculator.java, in which so here a method is used for division, subtraction, multiplication. Oh, sorry, factorial. So if I go into a particular method, divide. So we just come in divide method, and this is how the divide method is marking numerator 1 by numerator 2. So now first run this program and let's see what we get as. There might be an exception found if I am not. There's an exception in this basically. For that we have to find the exception program. Right now we are getting the results. There is there should be some exception in divide. 100. Okay, I should get 0. And now if we run the program, I guess we will find some type of exception. So now we are having exception by 0. So now what we will do is How we can tell the Eclipse that there is exception breakpoint? In simple words, we will first we can say we have the program, and I hope I removed the breakpoints here. So basically here we have option in breakpoints, add exceptional breakpoint. So here there are predefined exceptions which are in Eclipse already. So it is a type of arithmetic exception exception. So basically, if this is thrown by the code, that program will pause. So now let's debug it and let's see what happens. The breakpoint is hit, the exception is thrown here because the exception is caught and the program is stopped at this point of time. It is a kind of simple example, but there might be some more complicated. And let's do just remove this. If I add exception, so what does it means is it will try to take all the type of exceptions. And let's go. We can. It depends on our requirement. If we want this, we can have subclasses of this exception. But if we don't want that should happen for the subclasses, then we can unenroll this. So uh, let's let's go. Uh, let's and I will just unenroll this. I don't need that basically. So now let's debug it. So now if I talk about method breakpoint, so basically we can for method breakpoint we have to apply the breakpoint at the point of method. So if we talk about this calculator, so if I talk about calculator, calculator util.java. So if I come to this this method basically. If I apply breakpoint here and if I go to this breakpoint properties, the two things are very important: entry and exit. So entry level acts as a program will pause on entry level and exit uh, plays an important role that program will exit at exit level. So let's pass some value. So now let's resume this. Right now the uh, it is terminated because we haven't selected that method breakpoint that was the entry and the exit points. So that's why the program got terminated. So this is how these two things work: exception breakpoint and method breakpoint. So now, so now these all things placing now in this four things I have covered: use of display view, use of detail formatter, controlling the display of variables, conditional breakpoint and hit point, exception breakpoint and method breakpoint. So these all things I have covered. Now in the next session onwards, I will try to cover these web application, use of drop to frame, step filtering. These all things I will try to cover, and remote debugging. So this all for this class, sir. And please let me know your feedback, sir. If anything, if I am any point of time, any point of step I am wrong, please let me know, sir. I will improve it. Thank you, sir.